We're the Retro Rangers and we're here to save the past. Bringing back some lovely memories and making the good times last. We're not breaking copyright, so no, we're not on that jive. That's why this little show is free and never monetized. Fair use, fair use. We're just giving reviews and it's all covered by fair use. We ain't here to copy, we're here to react.
Hey, friends!
We were stealing your stuff, you're right.
It is time for us to start Retro Rangers. We're fighting the heat here. Wi-Fi seems really weird right now for not just me, but other people. So, hey, fingers crossed, this show will actually happen because it's been fighting us like a bucking bronco this whole time. That is so cruel. And Stevie, a moral crackpot, not everybody gets that joke. XPW, a wrestling company notorious for starting late. But hey, if my whole night is just explaining wrestling jokes, fine. Fortunately, it doesn't have to be that because I do have a great co-host, and here he is. It's Joe Townsell. How are you, Joe?
Oh, John, we're doing great despite our circumstances, our technical difficulties across the board. But thank you, audience, for bearing with us. Thank you, guests, for bearing with us, and we're going to give you a great show as we always try to do.
We are indeed, and I was so excited. Okay, don't effing get me started. My microphone is broken, and I use this thing constantly. This thing is my constant companion, and it ain't working. So we're using just the microphone that the good people at Mac stuck into this stupid ass computer I'm talking into, and I'm furious because I hate using a bad mic. So yeah, that might help. That might help to put me on ice because I am melting down.
It's a meltdown.
It is a effing meltdown. Now, fortunately, we did have a great show planned, and it's the elements are still here. Like, for example, our guests are still here, and they're ready to do a nice show. It's Oni and PRIS.
Hi.
Hello, Oni and PRIS. Now, PRIS and American Oni are independent wrestling luminaries. I think.
Is that a good thing?
Sure. If you say so.
We're more like pro wrestling nuisances.
Yes.
I like that. That works. That works because
fear us.
Pro wrestling is such a horrible pit of melting down human beings that the fiends from the pit really are my favorites, and that's Oni and PRIS.
Thanks.
The pit fiends of Southern California pro wrestling. Oh,
you're just saying that because we're goth. We have the aesthetic to be proper pit fiends.
I do. I have to say, at first when I took a look at your shot there, I thought that the wings behind PRIS were part of the chair.
No,
they're part of PRIS, apparently.
I mean, our chair has a face.
It is a good chair. It has arms.
I mean, and it does have arms and legs.
But
and a vestigial tail. So
and a vestigial
wings
tail.
aren't far behind, I suppose.
I want to get everybody ready for this movie. Well, let me be more accurate. A couple hours ago, I wanted everybody to get ready for this movie. Now, I just want darkness to consume me and for my troubles to go away. But the show must go on. And let's talk about the movie that we're going to watch. It is it's an odd movie in that it's in the public domain, and that is not really common. But it hopefully we won't get taken off the air for showing it.
Oh, I'd hope not for public domain, for goodness sake.
Yeah, it's not like it shows naughty bits or anything.
No, not at all. Stevie, that is absolutely so sweet of you to say that I'm adorable when I'm mad. I mean, I love you. You're the good part. Stevie, Adina, whoever's watching, Joe, Oni, Pris, you're all the good part. You, on the other hand, I'm fucking talking to you. Bad like fucking traitor.
Inanimate objects are the worst because they just don't give you anything back.
Nothing. No apologies, no
Nothing.
sheepish, nothing. No shrug. I don't even get a shrug from you.
No.
See?
It's like being abandoned by your father.
Oni, is it racist if I say that Asian shrugs are the absolute best shrugs?
I don't know if a compliment is racist.
We can just put it under lovable racism.
Yeah, lovable racism.
No.
I do my best to keep my racism lovable. It's just something about when Asian people shrug. Like a white guy shrugging. I mean, that's that, you know, but an Asian person.
See,
shrugging.
my
We got our
favorite
shoulders and
shrugs-
everything into it. You know?
my favorite shrugs are what I like to call Leland Palmer shrugs,
Okay.
which
Please.
kind of comes from your solar plexus, and it's just like,
Oh, I like that shrug.
yeah.
Because it's like the foundation of your core is gone, and you're just no, I like that one. Okay, at least he didn't say Oriental shrugs.
It's okay to say Oriental rugs, isn't it? But not Oriental shrugs. Is that accurate?
Maybe so.
That's right, because one is an object and one is a person who's doing a gesture.
And in this case, one's an objective, because if I can get Oni to shrug more, I will. I will.
That's
Okay,
like the number one emoji that I use is the shrug one.
I've seen it. I've seen it on your social
But
media.
the emoji something else all together. It's like this.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about The Bat. The Bat is based upon a 1908 mystery novel written by Mary Roberts Reinhardt. Mary Roberts Reinhardt was actually a very successful writer in the United States and was often called the Agatha Christie of the USA. She wrote a very popular book, The Circular Staircase. It was adapted many, many times into many different kinds of media. This is actually what we're going to watch tonight, the 1959 film. This is the fourth adaptation to film of her original story, The Circular Staircase. When 1920 rolled around, another writer, actually a novelist and playwright, and his name, he's really cool. I like him. Avery Hopwood. Avery Hopwood got in touch with her and said, you know, I think The Circular Staircase would make an amazing play. And she had not written a play at that point. So she was very excited to give it a try. And he was a really great co-writer. So the two of them turned Circular Staircase into The Bat. The Bat is it's part of a genre that was extremely popular in theater in the early 20s, of the house full of murder and dead bodies and secret passageways and a mystery. And The Bat is often seen as the main one. There are many, many others There's one called The Gorilla. There's one called The Cat and the Canary. My favorite one is actually called Shh, the Octopus.
The noisy octopus.
If only the octopus was available on YouTube. It is not. But
Aw.
oh my gosh, if we could watch Shh, the Octopus, we'd be watching. Trust me. But we are watching The Bat, and I've seen it before, and I love it. I love it. I love it because taken from the original novel is the idea that the star is a woman of a certain age. In this case, played by Agnes Moorehead, who my love for lesbians is legendary. All spectrum of women
Can you not?
who don't like men. I'm so attracted to them. It's
John
something
wants what he could never have.
well, but there's a lot of admiration in there, and that actually brings me back to Agnes Moorehead. Agnes Moorehead was one of my favorite actors to come out of the Orson Welles company, the Mercury Theater. And I love old time radio, as everybody knows, and she was a huge figure in old time radio. She was famous for Sorry, Wrong Number, but many other stories as well. And she was also Orson Welles' favorite actress. So he would often make her the lead actress in a lot of things that he directed. And I just absolutely adore her. One of the things to watch for in this movie that I actually love is she somehow managed to go through most of the movie braless.
That's quite an accomplishment.
1950.
Another one of John Weber's favorite things.
Yeah.
Oh, and Joe's too. Make no mistake.
Thank you, Joe. I don't want to be alone in this. Although I insist that everyone watching with us weigh in at one point or another and let me know how sexy you think Agnes Moorehead is, because I think she's super sexy in this. But then again, look, I'm an older man. You know, I look at her in her 50s and I'm like, oh, that's a young chicken right there. Sure do love that little crumpet. But she's
Young
funny
and tender,
clever, and she's a great lead. So I'm happy she's in it. Now, Vincent Price, I'm not going to say anything about Vincent Price in this movie. He is also exquisite. So, and I don't want to give anything away.
Also braless.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent
In
point.
fact,
Oh,
also
only,
bisexual.
Yep.
do you realize the people on this show right now are the people that can get me out of a bad mood?
Yay!
Hey,
I
all
realize
right.
that. But here we are. Here we gosh darn are. Okay, I am going to hit play. Is everybody ready?
Let's
Yeah.
watch.
Everybody oh, now Stevie, did you find the whole movie? Because I have not been able to find the whole movie. I've been able to find many little snippets of Shh, the Octopus. If we can find it, we'll do it. But that'll be at some point in the okay. All right. Stevie says yes.
Oh, we might have to do that one then.
I mean, look, if I end up showing you the gorilla and Cat and Canary and Shh, the Octopus, I'll have had a good year. That to me will be a good year.
I mean, this is my jam. I've put a lot of time and a lot of money into this period of time academically and just because I enjoy it. So
and aesthetically.
there's that. Maybe.
And now let me ask you, Pris. So, Oni, I always think of you as like the ultimate person of when I need to talk to a millennial, I talk to Oni. Fair? Unfair?
Fair.
What? Fair?
Fair.
I mean, you don't have common tastes at all, but you do understand the common tastes of, you know, the other folks your age. Your tastes are quite
I think so. I mean, Gen Z is coming up, so I'm getting left in the way.
See, that's the funny thing, is that anytime that there's new music or any kind of entertainment, I'm the one that brings it to you.
Or TikTok.
Yeah.
Interesting, because that's the other thing about PRIS, and I've known both of you for so many years, but one of the things that I've always loved about PRIS is a patchwork of, you know,
all the souls that I have drained over my lifetime. Yes,
that explains it. Because why do you like silent films and wax recordings and old time radio and black and white films and all the modern
that's
crap?
what I grew up with.
Yeah. So you have not seen this particular version of the Bat before?
No, I have. It's just been a while.
I have not.
Cool.
Nor have I. Totally new for me too.
Joe, Oni, Stevie, I think this one might be new to you as well. And thank you for emailing me the link to the Octopus, because that's going on the schedule. I don't know much of anything about it except I love the name.
I mean,
now I apologize if we covered this at the beginning of the show. It was a little hectic getting started, so I'm not sure if it was before or after. But I do have to recognize it, maybe for the second time, that PRIS has worn, in honor of tonight's presentation, some really nice bat wings. I see. So.
Oh my God!
There we go.
They opened. What is this? The RuPaul catwalk?
So
she loves a reveal.
I do. So if it doesn't get too obnoxious, and with me there is a very faintly drawn line. Every time that someone says the Bat, I also
hey, it's healthier than a drinking game.
Drinking game. I mean, if you want, whatever. I like to remember things that I do.
Yeah.
But I'm also going to keep a count of the bats.
Okay.
So we'll see. We'll tally at the end and see just how many times.
I love this line from Stevie. I've seen a lot of Vincent Price, but there's a lot of Vincent Price.
Oh, yes.
That is absolutely true.
I'm always surprised when there is still drapery and wallpaper in whatever room that he has exited from acting in.
Oh, he is a slippery bar of soap in this movie. I'm just going to say, go in with preconceived notions, because they will be dashed. Everything about this movie is unexpected for me. And I know that when I see a unique combination of talent like this movie on one screen, I just go complete blank, tabula rasa. Just like, tell me the story. Take me on the journey.
So there is one really fun cameo, kind of cameo, small character in this.
Yeah.
Did you want to mention it, or do you want to have it be a surprise for people who haven't seen the movie yet?
When it happens, I want you to howl and summon all the little goblins.
You mean all of the little rascals?
and let us know when that happens, because I don't know, and B, I do want to be surprised.
Okay.
So
I mean, we're not going to see Spanky McFarland, are we?
Oh my God!
Not unless you open up another tab.
Okay.
Okay, let's get to this darn movie and get people entertained.
You know, the four of us were sitting in the theater watching this. We're getting popcorn thrown at us right now.
Oh, please. Like, that'd be the first or last time.
They would have walked out by now, my friend. They would have walked out by now. Okay, here we go. We are now going to watch The Bat.
The Bat.
Music.
Needlessly jazzy.
That's the title of my first album.
The Bat.
I do want to also throw in that this was always shown in a double feature when it was in theater. It was frequently shown with the Hammer Curse of the Mummy film.
Ooh.
And I'm not going to spoil it for our audience, but I know who the cameo is just by watching the credits.
Oh, see, I knew you would, Joe. I knew you would.
Yeah, only because you provided the hint. Oh, when I see those like 9 million names after the first two, I say, who's in there? I know.
You ready?
Are we sure we didn't put in Reefer Madness by mistake or something?
This is the Oaks, a house in the country which I rented for the summer. As an author, I write tales of mystery and
Not
murder.
a model.
But the things that happened in this house were far more fantastic than any story I've ever had
Somebody put
published.
their cigarette down here.
I brought a staff of servants from my
It's a burning
city
log.
apartment, and my maid Lizzie Allen, who had been with me nearly 20 years.
Is this Beetlejuice's
Bruh.
little model city?
Yes, Miss Cornelia.
Is the car ready?
It's at the door. Look, Miss Cornelia, them servants you brought from the apartment are talking about walking out on us.
Really?
I know they don't like it here, but I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, they've been hearing things about the killer that the police call the Bat and the murders that he committed here this past winter.
I was looking for it.
Now people are saying that he's back again.
Well, how can they be sure of that? Has he committed another crime?
No, not yet, but that ain't saying that he won't.
I
Here's
think
something
so,
else.
yeah.
You've heard about
Very
the
typical
bats
to have.
here. Animal bats, the kind that fly.
Yes, yes.
Look what it says in this magazine. This is a report from the state health department.
I
and
think
it
Pris is going to hear
says
the
some of
bat so
the
many times she's
bats
going to end up
rabbit.
flying away.
They look
Well,
adorable.
Now there's a rumor going around that it was the
Oh,
bats
no, are we
himself,
counting that?
killer, I mean, that released the rabid bats in this
Oh,
neighborhood.
jeez.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
What have I done to
The
myself?
housekeeper, the cook, the butler, and the upstairs maid don't think so.
No, I can't help but they think.
Do love a chewini.
If hysterical nonsense like that can scare them out of their good jobs, it's their loss, not mine. Come on, Lizzie, I've got to get to the bank.
Right, like she's gonna fold her own laundry.
Well, the angry servants are not doing it.
I'm afraid we'll have to hurry. It's near closing time.
Now, back in the day, banks used to close.
Banker's hours.
What car is this?
I don't think the front of this house matches the model we saw.
Thank you.
I don't think it does.
Miss Van Gorder,
How do you do, Mr. Barry?
how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. You remember Lizzie Allen?
Of course.
Well, not at all, because she's not rich
So
like
you're
you
spending
are.
the summer with us.
Yes. I've leased the Oaks, the home of your bank president, John Fleming.
I heard you had. I was surprised.
Why? Is there something the matter with it?
No, I was surprised because Mr. Fleming said he would never rent it.
Oh,
Oh? Well,
That-
I rented
that
it from
tie
his nephew, Mark
with that
Fleming, who has the real
suit.
estate office here. He said his uncle would be gone the entire summer.
That's right. Mr. Fleming's in the North Woods now with his physician, Dr. Wells. Oh, pardon me.
We're doing a lot
Dale.
of talking about other
Don't you meet
people's
my wife?
business.
We were married at Christmas time.
That must have been nice.
Believe me, it was.
I believe it was.
My wife, Miss Van Gorder, Miss Allen.
How do you do, Mrs.
How do you do? Cornelia Van Gorder.
Yes.
Oh, well, I've read every murder mystery you've ever written. I just adored that weird one, The Private Morgue of Dr. X, even though it gave me the shivers. Only the
See,
shivers.
there's always
hell
been
out of
women
me.
who love
Well, I
like
agree
true
with you.
crime. Yeah.
Corny killed them off in that one.
When you refer to my books, please don't call me Miss Corny.
Pardon me, Mr. Bailey. Mr. Hines is here to see you.
Mr. Hines, the industrialist?
Don't be strangers now.
No, no,
I
we
should
won't.
say not.
Oh, so you're a bride.
Well, not quite.
Not since Christmas.
Sure, I didn't. Well,
Were they already divorced?
Made.
Of course, I remember.
I thought this was called the bat, not the cat.
I welcome our most distinguished visitor back to Zenith.
Oh, that's very charming, but
Lieutenant Anderson.
Oh, Lieutenant Anderson,
Lieutenant
of course.
Anderson,
Of
of
course.
course. Chief of Detectives of the Zenith Police Department. This
The
is
town is
his
called
errand.
Zenith.
How do you do?
Lieutenant Anderson is one of our favorite
He's make some
citizens.
pretty decent
He's on
TVs in the
bank board
day.
of directors.
Not bad for a policeman.
You must have made a good thing of it.
You're
Well,
a
I saved
fatty
the money,
maid.
if that's what you mean.
It's near closing time, and I've got some business in the safe deposit vault. Please come and see me, Mrs. Bailey.
Although I'm kind of feeling the bucket hat with
Goodbye.
flowers
Nice to
glued
meet
to
you.
it.
Right? Looking pretty good.
My, what
Yeah.
a charming woman.
You want me to make you one for the
Yeah,
summer?
Just get a little bucket hat and
Yeah.
That house is a proper setting for a writer of mysteries.
Oh, it
We could
certainly
put
is.
seeds on it.
LL Cool Daisy.
glue. Yeah.
Dick, what's the matter?
Come in here, both of you.
Either that, she
Getting
got to
into
take off
that
her
Why are
shower
you
cap
in
this morning.
trouble?
Oh,
Let us have it, Dick.
Andy, we're in
stop
trouble.
talking about your
Wendell
wedding.
Hines came in to pick up $350,000 worth of bonds that we were holding as collateral for a loan.
Uh-oh.
They were kept in our special vault.
The special vault.
Mr. Fleming and I are the only officers of the bank who have access to that vault. So
Uh-oh. Getting their alibis
Hines
straight.
bonds are gone. That's not all. Other negotiable securities are missing. From what I can gather, short of a careful check, the bank has been looted of over $1 million worth of securities.
Uh-oh.
You'll have to notify Fleming. Wish I could talk to him. Unfortunately, he and Dr. Wells are deep in the woods.
I know,
Can't be
right?
reached by phone.
The soundproof booth they're in.
And they're mezzanine whispering.
$1 million. That's like $1 billion in this time's money.
Oh, that's a good point.
What is it?
I just thought I heard a mass killer.
I thought I heard someone on the path coming from the lake. Had an idea it might be that guide of ours.
Oh, Sam won't show up.
That's good
until
hearing.
morning. It's a 20-mile
path?
canoe trip from here to civilization.
5 will get you 10.
So
Sam
is
has
this
a message
Vincent
for me.
Price's attempt at
I thought you
Butch?
told him at the bank not to bother you.
I
What?
did.
He
They'll
just
bother me.
poured tea kettle water over his dishes?
Doctor,
Yes, John.
No
It's good and
running.
hot.
what would you do for $500,000?
Anything short of murder.
Why not murder?
Wink.
Too messy.
See this gun in the
Cigarette?
background?
For $500,000? Yes.
I pinched $1 million.
You go
from the bank.
hunting, but
Ready to
murder is too messy.
Well, I'm not kidding. I embezzled it.
Not that I think you wouldn't do it if you thought you could get away with it.
I got away with it. I'm not talking.
This guy looks
about
like Steve
currency.
Buscemi.
I took negotiable securities that could be converted into cash.
Hello, my
I have the
fellow murderer embezzler.
10s, 20s, and 100s.
If I'm your doctor, not your lawyer, why tell me this?
You'll find out why.
Ooh.
Who's going to take the blame
You'll
for the
find out.
robbery?
Bailey, the cashier. They'll never suspect me.
I like Bailey.
Well, so
Oh
do
yeah, you just
I.
touch
I love
money
the
all
guy.
day long.
I gave him his first chance.
And he has a lovely little wife.
Charming girl.
One of the nice things
Was the
about
right
him.
man.
Where's the $1 million?
In my family's tomb in Zenith, in the crypt with my father's casket.
It starts.
I don't buy that,
It
John.
starts with a confession.
No?
No.
Hey, just some after dinner
You
chat,
forget that I
John.
had you in charge when you were a very sick man.
He's like, Dad, hold
You
this.
raved in
Right.
delirium. And I heard you talk about a hidden room.
A hidden
Now, where
room.
else could you put a hidden room except in that mansion you built? That white elephant
model
you
house?
call the Oaks.
Look, everyone knows I have a bad heart. Now, who would doubt it if you wired the bank directors that my heart had faded?
Oh, I see.
That I had fallen from a great height here in the woods. That I was badly smashed up. You could ship the body back for burial and instruct them not to open the casket due to the condition of its contents.
Well, you realize, of course, that we'd have a body to put in that casket, which means that we'd have
Oh.
to deal with an undertaker at this end.
Of course.
Style blocking, yeah.
Well, where do we
You
get a
know
body?
that you can't trust Vincent Price's character
provide
because
one of
he's
our
wearing
own?
white trousers.
How about Sam?
Yes.
Sam, our guide.
Sam weighs about as much as I do. He's practically a hermit. He wouldn't be missed for a long time.
The local undertaker would know him.
That's how people are going to
Not if we made
describe
him
me in a
look as
few
if he'd been
years.
in a serious accident.
But if Bailey's going to take the blame, why'd he have to do this?
The jury might acquit him. In that case, I'd be a logical suspect.
Boy, he's thought through
I
everything.
could disappear, of course, but
I mean, this
It's
is some
safer to
casual
think I'm
plotting,
dead.
isn't it?
It really is. Well, they would have murdered lots of people. Then
Whoa.
maybe just about
And then a forest fire occurs.
in
It's
that
gonna
case,
burn you out now,
Steve,
guys.
Too bad.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
watch out.
You mean you'd kill me?
What else could I do? Now that I've told you about the $1 million, I'd say you were shot in a hunting accident.
With a
I'll look
revolver.
If you can find another body instead of Sam's, it's all right with me. There's $500,000 in it for you.
Ooh.
I'll do my best.
Death or
I
$500,000?
smell smoke.
So do I. What's that noise?
Hi, I'm the
Uh-oh.
The woods are on fire. It's coming this way. We've got to get out of here. Out the back way.
Uh-oh.
We will.
His handy rifle.
As soon as I provide that body we were talking about.
Thanks for the idea.
Later at the model house.
Hey, nice model.
Lizzie, is that you?
Cold-blooded
Lizzie.
Stevie.
Cornelia. There's a storm coming up, and it's gonna be a
Snorter.
snorter. The wind nearly blew the door off the tingle.
The loud noise blew my game higher than a kite. I think I've lost some of the car.
Oh, I'll get it for you.
Oh, I see you found the paper.
Drat that
Oh.
scooting by
The
on
part
his
of the
bicycle.
movie where Agnes Moorehead is wearing a
Just
bra.
let it go.
Oh.
Ooh.
For land's sake, Mr. Vic Bailey's been arrested.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but I keep waiting for Durwood to show up.
Which
Sam
one?
Bailey, vice president and cashier of the Zenith Bank, was arraigned before United States Commissioner Alvin Fielding, charged with the embezzlement of
Very
over $1
unfair.
million.
Very unfair. It's rigged. Sorry, I had to throw one in.
Vic Bailey had nothing to do with that robbery. Oh, well, I see our landlord is home again.
Landlord?
Mr. Fleming.
Nothing like reading the paper for a great
Dr.
exposition.
Malcolm
Don't you know?
Wells is back in town with the body of John Fleming, president of
I know
the
now we'd have to scroll through our
killed in a
phones.
forest fire. Mr. Fleming will be laid to rest
Well,
in
I
his
see
family's
the-
tomb on Friday.
Sounds
I
romantic
hope he
looking.
Stays there.
Oh, why shouldn't he?
Well, this is his house.
I'd be like,
And
man,
ever
our
since he
landlord's
died,
getting
something
dragged on Twitter
unusual
again.
happened here.
For instance,
Wow,
The
next
housekeeper
next
opened the
door
door
is
said that they heard
brutal.
Strange noises at night.
Oh, oh,
Next
these
door
bed
is
sheets have
brutal.
silver in them.
Swore that she met a man without a face coming up the back stairs.
Man without a face.
oh, so that's why they quit and left me to run this place without a staff.
They didn't tell you, Miss Corney, but the truth is they was scared to stay.
But you're still here, Lizzie. Haven't you seen anything?
No. No, and even if I had, I ain't afraid of ghosts.
Ain't afraid of no
I'm
ghosts.
afraid of no ghosts.
Honest, Miss Corney. A spiritualist told me
Busted
once that
makes me
ghosts was
feel
allergic
good.
to me.
Ghosts are allergic to Lizzie.
This bat feller they keep
Oh.
talking about in the
There
paper.
you go.
I guess he'd be different.
No, I don't think you would have the same effect on him.
What are they trying to do? Drive people away from this part of the country?
And
All right,
you
what
know.
does it say about the bat?
Seems to be killing women.
I like how
My
Oni
goodness.
ducks.
2 of
Yeah,
them
he has to get out of the
in
way. Oh, that wing.
I'm just to scoot forward a little.
They do that around me a lot anyway.
With steel claws.
Steel claw.
Charming little caper. I'll have to try it sometime.
I only have brass knuckles.
In a book.
Oh, those banging shutters.
That ain't nothing. Just something bumping against the house.
That ain't nothing. The doors.
Just picture the stagehand laying on the ground doing
All
His
practical.
victims who lived for a moment after she was found described the bat
Next to the
as a man
sound of a
without
chainsaw. Oh,
face.
just someone giving a hack us up. No
Miss
problem.
Corning said that woman must have been exaggerating.
Oh, I do love a suit of armor in the corner.
Tapestry at the top
Oh,
of the
yeah.
stairs.
At the top of the
Oh, I
stairs.
know. I've heard it before on a windy night.
That sounds as if there was someone on the stairs. I know there isn't.
I love
At least there
Agnes
shouldn't
Moorehead's voice. I just love it.
Them's just the noises you hear in any old house on a windy night.
It's just Prince Valiant.
It
Come on.
says here that the bat never leaves no fingerprints.
That's understandable. Having no face, he probably has no fingers either.
That's a leap of logic, isn't it? No face, no fingers.
And that, I suppose, is the cat dropping.
Hang on, I'm writing fan fiction.
No, I don't think so. I think it's something should be looked into.
That's the no fingers comment.
It's me.
Why?
Bringing
Now,
the
who
bottom of the
chucked him
stairs.
down here?
The wind, I hope.
I
There
hope.
must be a window open up there. No, Lizzie. Let him lay.
Yes.
Keep it off. I hope the power lines don't go down and put the lights out.
That's a good point, Stevie. Couldn't afford to knock over the armor prop on camera. Hey, that's rented. We can't bring it back dented.
I carefully place it at the bottom of the stairs.
We want to get our full deposit back.
I won't be a minute.
Wait a minute. Oh! Ow! Got his fingers.
I turned the latch off. I forgot to turn it on again. He's out there. He was coming in. He might have got you.
Oh, but he didn't, and he's still out there, thanks to you. Now you hurry now, and we'll call the police.
No, I won't leave you, Miss Coney.
Are you okay?
Yes, ma'am, I'm okay.
Hey, One Piece.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us.
These people have no survival instincts.
Very
Well,
common.
like
crisis.
nothing. Yeah, all the windows are open, all the doors are cracked open. Nobody's
Like
shutting
if this
anything.
were Oni and I,
This is
like we
Cornelia
would
Van
have
Gorder.
lights off,
I'm living at the Oak.
bellies to the ground.
Just a moment ago.
I mean, as it is, that's how Pris reacts when the cops are in the neighborhood.
Not alone there, are you? What about your servants?
Well, I have none except my chauffeur, and he's away. He won't be back until the morning. Now, there's only two of us here
Okay,
tonight,
I'm
and
seeing
we're
the,
going to
like,
lock ourselves in my room.
Top hat,
Now,
the opera gloves with nails is a look.
will you have them called?
I mean, we could actually replicate that look pretty easily.
Oh, really? Just the things you have around the house?
Cause it cosplay.
This room specifically looks like it has several items from House on Haunted Hill.
Oh, could
Sure seems good and
it could.
solid.
They were shot around the same time.
Tomb.
Uh-oh,
Ooh,
high
got
tech.
the fancy things here. Good old.
He's like a cat burglar.
He's a bad
He's a
burglar.
bad burglar.
Oh, yes. Put a chair into the doorknob. That always works.
Oh no, they're
Nope.
the vent.
Oh, yes.
No bolt. Well, that's not so good.
He might get in here close this way. That's a shame. Yes.
I mean, he's a bat. He can fly right in.
And my good woman is a booby trap.
Agnes Moorehead is a booby trap.
Will be knocked off, and we'll hear it fall.
Oh, yeah. I just had my nails done.
Yeah.
Comes in handy though for getting rid of flimsy chains like
Oh,
that.
it's not a top hat. It's like a
fedora.
Fedora.
Yes.
Milady.
That is a trilby.
Come on downstairs. I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, I mean, is this the origin of the neighborhood watch guy?
I forgot my night things, my robes, my
Fiddlesticks.
slippers.
I
I'll
was the
go
bat
get 'em now.
running up the
Wait a
stairs.
minute,
This
Miss.
is a live
I'll
and
go with you. Now, don't you
frolicsome
bother, Miss
villain.
Here, my room's just down the hall.
They're not
Little
trying
hop,
to be
skip, and a jump.
quiet. They're not.
It's all right.
Nothing.
Only in a second.
How did they see me?
Yes?
Wait a minute. When'd she get a
Yes.
gun?
Zenith Police Department. There's a police car just outside your house, and the officers in it have reported that there's no sign of a prowler anywhere on the grounds.
Well, the man's
No, he's in the house, dummy.
He's in the hall, just
Oh,
outside
you
my
know,
bedroom.
cops being cops.
Have your men break through the kitchen door and search this place from top to bottom.
A cab. I'll come
Yeah.
for booze.
Sit tight.
I will. I have a gun, and I know how to use it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, crap.
Patty.
Let's just go to sleep. He's still in the house.
Yeah, it's fine.
They couldn't find anybody in here.
Get our defenses as low as they can go.
Miss Cornelia?
All right, so he got away. There are men on guard outside, so just try and get some rest. There's nothing can get at us here.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
Could be. Uh-oh.
See? I guess I was supposed to hold it closed. Huh?
Oh, this is so
What's this?
Does that count as?
No.
Oh, it's just a word.
Yes.
Okay.
Ah,
Oh,
it's a flying rodent.
oh, Miss Cornelia, Miss Cornelia, what's the matter?
Oh, nonsense. You've had a nightmare.
She just said it.
Oh shit. Oh, sorry. I was trying to figure out if it was supposed to be real or mechanical.
Gracious, Lizzie, you're right.
Was I wrong about the nightie?
John, I was just thinking the same thing. Damn
Exactly.
shadows.
Operator, will you get me Dr.
I mean, did it
Malcolm
bite her?
Wells?
Let's just land on her.
No, I don't know his number, and I have no phone book up here.
We have
This
to-
is an emergency. Will you
I
connect me
guess
with his office?
suspend your disbelief that it could bite, even though it was clearly a toy.
Hello, Dr. Wells' office?
This is the call service. Dr. Wells is out at the moment, but if you'll give me your name and number, I'll try to locate him.
Well, this is Miss Van
Oh,
Gorder of the Oaks. My maid has just been bitten by a bat that may be rabid, and she must have treatment as soon as possible. And I was told that Dr. Wells was the nearest physician.
I'll try to find him for you, and if I can't, I'll send you another doctor.
I'll send you another doctor, all right?
Yeah, that woman's been taking some yellow
It's not a
pills.
delivery. A baby, I mean, they can be terribly complicated.
It never bothered me none.
Oh, Lizzie, you never had a baby.
Of course I didn't. That's why they never bothered me.
Oh, does it hurt, huh?
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
Malcolm Wells, MD. I'm sorry, I was looking for Marcus Welby. I'll keep. Oh. Car's
Is the
still
hood warm?
Is that an Edsel?
Sure looks like it.
It, the roof of it is confounding because it's so square.
Hmm. A car in a garage. Strange.
Well, it actually is kind of strange.
Boy, isn't there old sporting equipment and Christmas decorations?
Well, I'm just looking at my microscope.
Oh no.
I was thinking of building a boy with bats for hands. That's all.
Baby.
Oh, hi, baby bat.
Oh, Hi, Daddy.
That's bonkers. He was one of Hollywood's favorite bats in the 50s.
Dr. Well? Are you there, Dr. Well?
My pet Jody.
This is my pet Jody.
Are you there, Dr. Well? This is the operator.
Are you there? This is the operator. I've been taking laudanum all night. Is that a bad thing?
This is your call service, doctor.
Oh, hello. I was just doing an experiment. I left the receiver off.
That's what I thought, but I kept
Wait a minute,
trying.
the operator can get a hold of him when the phone's off the hook?
Said that her maid had been bitten by a bat, and she's afraid it might be rabid.
What? Oh, all right.
It's an
Tell her I'll be right over
emergency.
there.
Come as quickly as possible.
I mean, if you're going to have a late 19th century story, you might as well populate it with late 19th century drug references, right?
Yeah.
I'm inventing something I'm thinking of calling crystal meth. Is that too posh? Stevie's one of our best writers on the show, buddy. Oh,
The
man.
acting style does seem to be somewhere between Stephen Wright and Droopy the dog, you know?
Yes.
I'm so happy.
Hello, you happy people.
That's my chance to spy on the doc.
Hey, bats. What gives? Mad scientist.
Oh, hi, baby.
How much is that bat in the window?
Squeak, squeak.
Squeak, squeak.
The
fever mouse.
Whoa!
Jump scare.
And that's it. Well, Halloween's coming up, and he went down to Big Lots and got himself that.
Who's there?
Dr. Wells.
Come in.
Good evening.
Just kidding, it's the bat.
Well, I reached
Everybody's
out
dead.
shortly after you called. How is your maid? Is she in any pain?
No, she doesn't seem to be.
She's Irish, you know, so she's trouble.
I believe it's still in my bedroom.
Oh, good. I want to examine it.
Huh?
There you go, Miss Allen. Now you feel better?
Doctor, have I got the rabies?
Well, I can tell you better after I've examined the bat's brain under a microscope.
That thing's got a brain?
Oh, you'd be surprised. Where is it?
No brain.
Darling is in that closet.
Oh.
Happy Pride Month for everyone, by the way. That's Agnes Moorehead.
Well, my dear lady, I don't
Tells
want to
Vincent
alarm
Price
you,
that
Oh,
a bat is in
after
the
tonight,
closet.
nothing can alarm me.
I understand.
Oh, I get it, John.
Terrifying. So many unexplainable things have happened here. There's something about the place. Your servants must have
Are
sensed
those his
when they
choking
walked out
gloves?
on you. An apprehension of disaster.
I call these my bat grabbers.
Your guy's gonna go clean the toilet.
Oh, yes, there he is.
Take it easy.
Hanging by the
Hurt you.
mothballs.
Quiet now. Quiet.
Oh, that could be a real bat.
It's like Vincent Price was the only one
normal,
brave
doesn't
enough
seem
to
to be sick
handle
at all.
actual bats.
Ain't that nice? I've been worried about him.
He's method like
You
that.
should be. From his appearance, I'd say that he doesn't have any infection.
Why don't you
In
ask
which
him?
case, you've had a narrow escape. Now,
Right,
you
my
take
doctor's
that
gonna
as
jam
a
the
challenge
brain.
for you, and I'll guarantee you a
Put him
good
in that
night.
bag, and now he,
I'll drop in on you
takes
tomorrow.
all the drugs in there.
Thanks for everything, Doctor.
Now, don't worry, I can find my way out.
Oh, I know you can, but do let me help you.
Oh, don't forget that once I'm gone, you'll have to climb those stairs alone.
Oh, I'm all right. I'm armed now.
Oh my goodness.
Can you shoot one of those things without shutting your eyes?
Oh, Doctor, there are guns in every book I've ever written. I don't write about things I'm unfamiliar with.
Ooh.
Lock the door, Lizzie.
Good night.
Yes, ma'am. Good night, Doctor.
Are they sexy threatening each other?
I don't know.
No, the wind blew him down.
Oh.
I think.
But I'm here for it.
Did you know that young Mark Fleming leased you this house without notifying his uncle?
Wow.
No, I didn't.
Well, it doesn't matter now. John Fleming is dead.
By the way, there's a
Mark's
suit of
is
armor
there.
at the foot of your
If
stairs.
John were
knocked
alive,
over.
he would warn you to leave here, Miss Van Gorder.
Really?
Yes. It's been a tragic place for anyone who ever lived in. Well, good night.
Good night, Doctor.
Yeah, I
He's
don't
out
know where
there.
that screaming noise is coming from.
Worry
Are
about
bats
Dr.
watching this show?
Candy.
That's right. Good evening, Miss Van Gorder.
Good evening, Mr.
Must be
In
the
my
bat inside
heart.
this
Somebody sick
Hey.
here?
My maid was bitten by a bat.
Oh. A rabid bat?
Well, I'll know for sure when I get to my lab. I caught the bat.
It happened indoors?
In my bedroom.
How'd it get in?
Well, there are many ways a bat could get in a house.
You ought to know.
You could cut some glass off the door and go in.
I got here.
That's
where the
Brody, that is the
got
first
door open.
COVID mention of the entire show, so well done.
Miss Van Gorder told me that she phoned headquarters at Zenith.
Yes, I phoned twice. The second time was after the prowler got in the house.
When headquarters, Andy?
No, but they contacted me.
An officer came and searched the house from top to bottom, but they couldn't find the bat.
You better have this window fixed tomorrow.
Oh, yes, I certainly shall.
I'd better be going. I'm due in surgery at 8 o'clock in the morning. Good night.
Good night, Doctor.
There will be a man patrolling the grounds all night, Miss Van
Oh,
Gorder.
thank you.
And nobody inside, Andy?
Why should there be?
Why should there?
Well, how do you know but what the bat is hiding somewhere in the house?
I'm quite sure he isn't in the house, Doctor. Not now. Good night.
It's totally not in that suit of armor.
You got it once.
That's just laying on in the armor.
When did Agnes Moorehead have that much hair?
When she went to Hollywood Wig Outfitters.
That's her nighttime wig.
Hi, Andy. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Mark. Or shall I call you Wet Pink?
Congratulations.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Real estate business must be picking up. New office, new furniture.
New deal. How do you like it?
Looks
I
expensive.
don't believe in the New Deal.
Are you squandering your inheritance?
Oh, I haven't got it yet.
Well, the paper says John Fleming left his entire fortune to you.
Funny thing about that entire fortune is that we can't find it.
No
Uh-oh.
kidding.
Oh, all Uncle John had in his bank account was a couple of $100.
Yeah.
And his safe deposit box was empty.
That's a good
If we don't find that missing million, mine will be empty too.
How come?
Well, all
Can
my
also be a
savings were invested
diner.
in Zenith Bank stock.
Hospital.
The examiners won't certify the bank as solvent until those stolen securities are found. So the stockholders have voted an assessment that will wipe some of us out. It's a since those securities have been converted into cash. If I can't find that cash, I'm sunk.
Well, where are you going to look for it, Andy?
Here in Zenith. Your uncle wouldn't take $1 million on a hunting trip, would he?
You suspect Uncle John? Why, Andy, he founded the Zenith Bank. That'd be like robbing the family tomb.
Oh.
You think he wouldn't?
Well, besides, Vic Bailey's fingerprints are all over the vault. Now, they didn't find any of Uncle John's fingerprints.
Because he wiped him off.
Can the defense prove that?
They'll try to. Judy Hollander, Bailey's secretary, is a defense witness. And they believe
Should
her
we be
testimony
taking
will have a
notes?
powerful
This is
effect
a
on the
lot of
jury.
exposition.
Oh, well,
Well, they're talking about
has a powerful effect on me.
a lot of things that haven't
Judy's
even
a
come to
doll.
pass yet.
Here's the book you mentioned, Judy.
It's your newest one.
Yes, it's just been published. You can have that copy if you want.
Oh,
Oh, it's a first edition.
something I can watch while they're executing my husband.
Thank you so much.
May I serve tea now, Miss
So does
Van Gorder?
anyone recognize her?
No.
I see you've engaged new servants.
That is
How did you persuade them to live?
Darla
Jane Patterson, my new house.
from the Little Rascals.
What? What?
Is that Darla?
Yeah. That's Darla Hood from Our Gang.
Oh my God, I am knocked out. I had no idea. And she is a very, shall we say, singular looking human being.
Was this house better than you do, Doctor? She worked for John Fleming. And Warner was my chauffeur.
Chauffeur turned butler.
Incredible. He can play any part at a moment's
I
notice.
hope all of these people got raises.
Did you get a plumber, Warner?
No, we can't get a plumber for 3 days, madam.
What about that leaking pipe? The basement will be flooded in 3 days.
Now, the pipe is no longer leaking.
You mean it's dried up of its own accord?
No, not quite. I packed the elbow where the water was coming out.
Oh, hang on.
At the elbow.
Back to the elbow.
Oh, where did you learn how to do that?
Well, into each life, a little rain must fall, and a careful man learns to keep himself dry. Now, is there anything else that you require, Miss Van Gorder?
No, not at the moment, Warner.
Thank you, madam.
Now there's a character.
Yeah.
How long did you say that he worked for you as chauffeur?
About 3 months.
Well, I hope he doesn't have a police record.
What?
My dear Dale, it may interest you to know that the last night of his life, John Fleming told me that he loved your husband like a son.
Right before I
If Fleming were alive today, he would be fighting to prove Vic's innocence.
had I not murdered
Did
him.
Mr. Fleming prove his own innocence?
Miss Van Gorder, can there be any doubt about it?
There will be when Miss Hollander testifies at Vic's trial.
You know something that we haven't heard yet, Judy?
Something I saw with my own eyes. She's not permitted to say what it was.
My dear girl, I wouldn't think of asking her. But let's assume for a moment that Fleming did steal the $1 million. Now,
Right before I murdered him.
where is it?
Hidden someplace where he could lay his hands on it without getting caught in the act. Now, if I was writing this, instead of living in the middle of it, I'd hide it right here in this spooky old house.
Under a loose floorboard or up a chimney?
Up your chimney.
If Mr. Fleming had the nerve to steal $1 million, he'd make his plans well in advance. I'd say he'd prepare a place to hide it. Possibly when this house was being built.
This
Now,
really
I
is
had a
Battle of the
place
Sexy
for Mark
Bitches,
Fleming, his
is it not?
nephew. I wonder.
It's also very much the battle of the eyebrow
ask you.
actors.
Oh,
Yeah.
good point. 'Cause I'm
Lizzie,
digging
will you
the
bring Mrs.
eyebrow.
Bailey the phone. You ask him now. His number is Summit. Is it Summit 7537?
Thank you, Lizzie. Summit
7537.
Summit 7537.
Not bad, eh, Andy? That means new business. Now, you see, somebody wants to buy a house. Mark Fleming speaking. Oh, hello, Dale. Well, hang on a minute, honey, while I see if I have him.
Good boy.
It's Dale Bailey, all excited. Miss Van Gorder wants to know if I have the floor plans of the Oaks. Now, what would she want with the floor plans?
Well, she suggested to me that your uncle might have hidden the bank loot there.
This guy never
plans
takes his
here?
hat off inside. Rude.
Somewhere in the house itself.
But also, it looks familiar.
Wait a minute, there is a place where Uncle Johnny might have kept those blueprints.
Hold on to that, Oni.
What place?
Hold
I
on.
heard him talk about it a good many years ago. I can't be sure of the exact location. Anyway, I don't think the old boy had the guts to steal $1 million. But if I find those plans, I'll let you know, Andy. Hello, Dale. Look, honey, I haven't seen those plans since I was a kid, but I'll come over tonight and maybe we can find them.
Thank you, Mark. We'll expect you. He seems to think they're here in the house.
I
somewhere.
feel like
Coming
I
over
just
tonight.
want to bring my
That's
own
good.
teacup and saucer to
Hey,
parties
Judy,
and
I'm
watch
hostess this
people.
weekend. Would you
Like in the
dinner with us
background.
tonight?
Oh, no, thank you. I couldn't. I still have a few calls to make.
And
You know,
judge
if Judy's
Yeah, just
testimony
sit
is
at
going to
random
clear Vic
parties with
Bailey
a
and
teacup and
implicate
saucer.
John Fleming, others may get the idea that there's buried treasure in this house. Don't even mention your testimony until you're actually on the stand.
I won't.
That's a good look.
That's a smart girl, Judy. And a very lovely girl.
And a very lovely
Good afternoon,
girl.
ladies.
Goodbye,
Doctor.
Dr. Willard.
I'm in the mood for love. Now, the only thing
Everyone
that
with a menswear hat.
the only thing that would
It's
make
suspect.
things better is if the killer turns out to be alfalfa. Well, they replaced that pane of window, that little window pane that was cut up by the bat earlier.
Oh, it was probably Mr. Fix-It the butler, who apparently has all types of skill sets around the house.
Could be.
So many unusual things have happened to me this summer. The more I think about it,
She's recording her audio.
The more I realize I should be putting them down on paper. Weren't you your husband's secretary, Dale?
Yes, I was.
You take shorthand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my dear, if you'd like to have your mind occupied, I want you to work with me while I write the story of this fantastic criminal.
She doing some scrying?
The bat.
We're up to 20.
Uh-oh. Somebody knew where the slidey clock was.
To the bat poles.
Secret room.
Here we go.
It's just like, I gotta make sure I'm just claw first
Yes.
every time I enter a room.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh.
Hiya!
If this doesn't turn into a wrestling gimmick, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
It was me all along.
Oh, what a lovely
Hiya!
Yeah.
Right to the neck.
It's an original, isn't it?
Yes, they still use them in England for date breakfasts.
Big for breakfast. I don't know. A karate chop to the throat would take somebody out real quick. Yeah. Especially with the claw.
Yeah, any kind of throat punch.
She's wearing her comfortable 4-inch heels.
Clock hasn't struck the hour in the last 10 years, if I'm to believe what Mark Fleming told me.
Why is it angled away from the wall like that?
I don't know. Somebody must have moved it. Busy, very
His
likely.
dad is a little light
Just
on
run
it.
it.
Wait a minute. Did you know there's a door in this paneling?
No, I didn't.
Oh, my gracious, so there is.
Maybe it opens to a secret passage.
Oh,
Well, certainly to a secret something.
Exciting.
Who knows, girls? How about we
Exciting.
stumble on that missing million?
First, there was an intruder, and now there's a secret passage. Our lives are so exciting.
Well, they're not tripping over the body, so I guess the real estate.
Ah! You were saying, John?
Gotta give them. They got me with that jump scare.
Or watch that happen in real time.
This is why it's so exciting to watch Retro Rangers.
Okay.
This isn't even a full car.
Into the Oaks.
This is just the front seat.
This is me rocking the car.
People driving like this.
That is now their least favorite blanket.
If his throat has been torn by some creature with fangs or claws.
That's his sign. We found it on the others he killed. I had hoped those reports that he was up to his old tricks again were pure imagination, but apparently they're based on fact.
He needs to tuck that pelvic bone back a few inches.
See, he is also not wearing a bra, but he's using his belt as underwire.
Oh, fair.
I want to know, was it a slasher who made that tie so skinny?
And it's Dale and Judy and I. Lizzie was in the dining room. This is my new housekeeper, Jane Patterson. You know, she worked for John Fleming.
I know her. Where were you, Mrs. Patterson?
In the kitchen, cleaning up.
You dick.
I cooked the dinner tonight.
Did you know that the secret closet was here?
Yeah. It was behind the grandfather's clock.
Well, it was I who found it, really. Noticed the clock had been moved and the door wasn't quite closed.
I'll get it.
This is really putting a ding in their sewing circle time.
You may have to explain what the sewing circle is.
Well,
Who is it?
it's a bunch of women who like women.
Yes, in
And they're
Hollywood.
together.
And we
Mark
should
Fleming.
say, I don't know that it was ever
Miss
said
Coroner, you saw the
overtly
same
that
ones on the
Agnes
others.
Moorhead or Vincent
How long's
Price
he been dead?
was
About a half an
LGBT,
hour. You
but
believe
it
in
has
that?
been suggested.
That's a bat's trademark.
I think it was.
Well,
Still
if
in
you
the
listen to
house.
Paul Lind,
Right.
That's possible.
I don't know that we should listen to Paul.
Why should he be?
fair.
Because he's looking for
Especially
something
most of
like
the
you to leave
anti-Semitic
him
things
here.
that he's the
If
hills
he's a
that he chose
persistent
to
killer,
die on.
I would
I
advise
have
you to get
a
out of this house as
small
quickly
end
as
story,
possible,
but it's not safe for
notwithstanding
this.
our expert
We'll get-
police protection. Have you called the morgue?
Vincent
On their
Price's
way
daughter
yet.
said
Good. I want to
that
examine the body before they
because
get
Vincent
here.
Price's daughter is lesbian,
May we take it
And she
easy?
confirmed
Yes,
he
to
was
the
bi.
yeah, that was a
Thank
talk
you. Give me a
that
hand.
the two of them had.
Yeah, I mean, he never came out, so there was no way of, knowing for sure.
Where have you been?
Well, madam, has been an accident.
There's been a murder.
It's okay. We're just
My
moving
colleague,
the night
Vincent,
again.
whom I leased this place, was killed here tonight.
Well, he was married
No, did it?
to a woman and
They believe it
had
was the
a
bat.
child.
I'm sorry I had to use the front door.
I mean,
Miss Van Gogh.
that's
I
Oh.
forgot my keys. When I rang the bell at the kitchen door, there was no response.
Oh, this is Warner, Lieutenant. He's my butler. He was my chauffeur.
Why'd you promote him?
But it's very difficult to find a butler. They don't like service in the country.
Yeah, a lot of people were married back then.
I've served in
Yeah,
many capacities, sir, but this was my night off, and I forgot my keys.
I heard that
The
part.
butler
What time did you
bears
leave
a
the house tonight?
resemblance to Randolph Scott.
6:30, I had dinner.
Randolph
Can you prove
Scott.
where you spent the rest of the evening?
I can try.
Try hard.
Ooh.
And don't leave the house. I'll get to you later.
Very good, sir. I shall be in my room, Miss Van Gogh, if
You
you
can
need me.
cut it with a knife.
Yes, Warner.
I do like that all the men are basically the same size.
Warren and I've met before. I can't recall where or when, but I will.
Yep.
Confirmed bachelor was also all the rage.
There'll be a crew here shortly from headquarters, dusting for fixtures.
Yep.
Man's man.
But in the meantime,
You're right, Stephen.
Mrs. Patterson, you aren't leaving the house tonight, are you?
No, Lieutenant.
Don't. I'll talk to you in the morning. Good night.
Good night, sir. Good night, Miss and Brother.
Dale,
Good night,
I
John
was
Boy.
with Mark Fleming this afternoon when you talked to him about the floor plans of this house. I heard him tell you he was coming here tonight.
Dale called him at my request. She told me he was coming.
Who else heard her tell you that?
Judy, Lizzie.
And that nice Dr. Wells.
Dr. Wells.
Oh.
There are a few killers who kill for the fun of it. But that very likely is a mental case, and I'm convinced that his crimes are motivated by his mania for personal gain. There's $1 million at large, and he's going to keep on
It's
hunting for
intense
it until the day is
theatrical
his.
lighting.
These young ladies are staying here tonight.
Yes, they're my house guests.
Well, when my crew arrives, we'll be busy for a while, so I'd suggest that
That
you...
we go to our rooms? That's a very good idea. Come on, girls.
She almost grabbed for her hand.
What about a police guard for this house tonight, Lieutenant?
Just
You
saying.
got one. I'm going to cover this place tonight from the attic to the basement. If the bat makes another call, I'll have a little surprise for him.
Who is he? Have you any idea?
He could be anybody. So far, there are clues to his identity, but nothing we could take before a jury. I'm afraid we must look higher than the criminal world. He may be a murderer.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea.
One of the pillars of his community.
Good.
Lock your doors tonight. Stay behind them. I promise you you'll be safe.
No boys allowed.
Now, Darla, tell us more about this Spanky. Stakeouts never look like this. Oh, I guess they're getting ready to leave. Well, we looked for the murderer, but it's midnight, so we might as well go. I mean, who ever heard of killing someone after midnight?
Poor Mark. Yeah, it's a pity. So young. Well, Doctor, do you agree it was the bat?
In my report, I shall say the death was caused by the same technique used in the other killings. A paralyzing blow to the throat, followed by severe lacerations of the jugular.
Interesting.
Resulting in excessive hemorrhage.
Excessive.
In the layman's language, he didn't
And
know
yet,
what it is.
no blood.
Oh, he knew. But he didn't have time to think about it.
You. Sir, should I keep lurking?
You staying here tonight, Andy?
Well, until I check the doors and windows, but I'll be back bright and early in the morning.
You know, when the murders happen in the morning.
Morning murder.
Only daytime murders in this town.
Yes.
A lot of people are due for a shock when I close.
Can't pay the overtime.
Yes, I'm sure they are. Good night, Andy. Don't get hurt.
Ooh.
Good night, Doctor.
Don't get hurt.
Lingering eye, lingering eye.
It's hard to tell what's threatening and what's flirting.
I mean, in real life too.
So I'm having trouble understanding this energy. Should I headbutt you or kiss you?
Lizzie and I share this room for mutual protection. You know, one night.
Oddly enough, that's the second time I've said that this week.
Oh, thank you.
The most
Time for a pajama party, I see.
Are you sure there's nothing else you need?
They're gonna go play light as a feather now.
You just sing out, and two strong women will come to your rescue. Oh, nothing will bother us. Not with Andy on the job. No. Good night. Don't worry.
I mean, it's not just me, right? I just love seeing them all in their 90s.
Who's going to get stiff as a board?
That one looked like a duvet, though. It was all quilted. It's too warm for me.
Well, it's highly flammable, so it's too warm for her too.
Oh, I don't think I'll sleep tonight.
Oh boy!
Instead,
Poor Mark Fleming, staring at us. I thought that when people died, their eyes closed, as in
I
sleep.
didn't know they allowed these videos on YouTube.
Yep.
That you're thinking about
Only for Pride Month.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking of my poor husband sleeping in jail tonight.
Sleeping.
Oh, Judy, I love him so much.
Oh. I had no intention of us making this movie all about sex, but here we are.
How can you not?
More lurking.
Lurk harder.
Happy Pride.
Now he's lurking, watching someone else lurk. It's a horror movie from this era. They're all about sex.
I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Especially queers.
Agnes Moorehead's OnlyFans would have been on the one.
Oh, she would have been a money dom.
Oh, I'm telling you, she would have gotten all my expendable cash. Oh, it was.
That's true.
He's got to charge his phone.
Yeah. At first, he's got to clip his nails, though. They've just gotten way too long.
They have gotten out of control.
I don't care. Those gloves are fierce. I legit want those gloves.
I don't think that would be the toughest build in the world, honestly.
Is it just the one hand?
That's just the one hand. I guess you need one to hold the victim and the other one for the slashing.
I mean, I don't know if anyone in the chat has had long nails before, but they are a struggle bus. And somehow always have a little bit of cheese underneath them. I don't know what this is.
Nasty.
I'm just telling the truth.
Chris, that's nasty.
Don't get upset at the messenger.
Moving
on. Like the bat runs claw first, like he's afraid he's going to cut himself.
Well, he doesn't have very good sight because it's all echolocation, so he kind of has to put that out first. The depth perception isn't there.
That would be real commitment to the gimmick. Oh yeah, no, I'm blind. No, I can't see through this fabric at all. No. I'm a bat.
I mean, use echolocation.
Right.
Oh, Stevie.
Stevie.
I
That's why you
swear
need
this
2-ply
bed-
toilet paper, gang.
Yeah, don't be cheap about it. I swear this bed is in House on Haunted Hill.
I always could say that you could tell how much a business respects its customers on the type of toilet paper they buy.
Oh, interesting. Darla, did you hear that?
I don't know.
You're going to tell me this house has 2 bedrooms.
I kind of want to do a shadow cast of this.
Probably a room overlooking the
That would be fun.
Oh. So
just doing minor construction on her.
No, yeah, nobody cares.
I'm putting in a dog door.
To be fair, that would be me. I would be sleeping through it.
Yeah, you would sleep through the apocalypse.
Agnes Moorehead in a 90.
Should we call Miss Van Gorder? She'll hear it. How can she help but hear it? Besides, we don't want her to think we're a couple of hysterical women. Why would that become that?
Yeah, she's very sexist that way.
We're not going out in that hall. I want to know what's happening up there. But Lieutenant Anderson said if we stayed behind,
The misogyny is coming from inside the house.
Well, Diana, I should point out that Lizzie is Irish, therefore definitely Catholic. So.
You're fighting.
Noise up there. Now, Libby, you just got to stay awake. The house phone and the outside phone wires.
You have chores to do.
Where's that policeman? Oh, I don't know. Something must have happened to him. Now go on, get on your robe. Oh, Dale, please don't.
We have to do it ourselves.
Think what it could mean to Van.
And by we, I mean you.
But remember, she's packing.
Mm.
And not just a strap.
Oh, God.
It's very Scooby-Doo.
This reminds me, we need to put new batteries in all of our flashlights. It's that time of year.
Flashlight
That time of year.
battery.
When the bat starts killing people in your neighborhood.
Yes. Good thing they brought that flashlight with them since they're turning on all the lights anyway.
Oh, I need to creep around. I'll wear only 3-inch heels. Oh, for heaven's sake. Look at that $1 million already.
That'd be amazing.
No, it'd be amazing if it was originally cast as Charles Nelson Riley.
Ah.
Oh, Pluto.
Oh.
Judo throw on the pretty lady in the heels. Oh no! Not Darla!
Oh.
Whoa, hair grab.
Oh my God!
What'd they throw at?
I don't know. It looked like a dart.
One of those blow darts or something?
Was it a chart?
Judy, no, not Judy.
Oh, you killed Darla.
I'll look after you.
I realized they didn't have 911 back then, but come on.
That 90 is so thick that those claws wouldn't have messed with it anyways.
She was buttoned all the way to the top.
She's wearing an oven mitt.
See, another cop not doing their job.
Judy.
ACAB, all cops are belated.
Yep.
The bat.
Yes, the bat. He caught her at the head of the stairs. We saw him rushing down
There
the
you go,
stairs
Pris.
as we came out of the room. I hurled that after him.
Oh, what was it?
Hit him, I believe.
I'm going to cover this place from attic to basement.
Oh, fire poker.
I don't.
Well, what were you covering when that poor child was murdered? Where were you?
Is there an owl in this?
I know it's like another blow poke in blow poke, blow poke in a staircase.
I followed the sound of him as far as the brook down near the back road, and then I lost him. I'd rather give my own
I'm
life
wearing
than
my
protect
church shoes, so.
But I told you to stay in your rooms and lock your doors and stay there.
This is your fault.
What was she
Guys,
doing at the
been
head of those
complaining.
stairs?
No,
That was my fault.
you
They heard a strange noise.
crazy
Heavy
women
pounding in one
didn't
of the rooms on the
stay in
third
your
floor. We all heard it.
rooms.
I wanted to see what it was. Judy, I wish she wouldn't let me go out by myself.
Did we just
I
let
need to
Judy
stay on
die?
the balcony.
Yeah.
What about your new butler?
Oh, well, he's in his room, I suppose.
Oh, Mrs. Patterson.
Oh, yes.
Did you know what happened here?
No, sir, but I heard the screams. I went to call Warner. We have rooms on the same floor, but he wasn't in his room. His bed hasn't been slept in.
If Mrs. Patterson heard the screams, Warner could certainly hear them.
You're quite right, sir. I heard them.
Oh, you did? And where were you?
Outside in the grounds.
Miss Holland has been murdered. No. Oh, so you're surprised. Shocked. Well,
You're not a very good actor, so I'm assuming.
I remember you now. Your name's not Warner. I've got a circular in my office with your picture on it.
Your name's Columbia.
Chicago police not so long ago were hunting for you in connection with the robbery.
You're right again, sir. And they found me and they tried me and I proved my innocence and I was acquitted.
That could have been a lucky break. Where were you when this child was killed?
I told you before, sir. Outside.
What were you doing there?
I was following you.
Outside.
I saw you leaving the house and it seemed that you were hunting someone. I thought you might need some help. Oh, yes, sir. I followed your flashlight down through the trees. Then it disappeared. And then suddenly, as I was staring out into the darkness, I was struck by something on the back of the head. The next thing I knew, I was lying on the ground. I realized I'd been knocked out.
A lot of greasy kid stuff in that hair.
Out. But then we'd have found you with your mask still on your face.
Just grown ass
Here in this house. With this poker as you were rushing down
But
those
to
stairs.
be
after that
fair,
child.
in this
Oh, no,
time
sir,
period,
you
they
can't pin this
treat
on me.
all
I'm not the
women
bat.
like children.
I never killed. I couldn't kill. I won't take the rap for this.
Huh? Hello, everyone. I was just stopping by with my backpack.
My backpack.
Oh, no. Darla.
Oh, please open it up and let the bat fly out. Please.
Thanks, Doc. Boy, everybody's taking the death of Darla really hard.
Doctor, we have another case for the
Well, I
guilty
am.
partner. You see, the bat came back. Why did you come back, Doctor?
Well, I had an accident about a mile down the
Oh,
road.
stayed out that time.
The right rear wheel of my car came off and I plunged into the ditch.
The right rear wheel,
This
you
is the
say?
nearest house, so I came here to call for help. I thought I'd find you
Coincidence?
around, Andy.
Oh.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Physician, heal thyself.
I didn't.
You must have been hit by something on the back of your head.
I told you I had an accident.
So you did, Doctor. So you did. I could be wrong. But maybe I'm not. We shall see.
I thought the reach for the back of the neck was something else. I thought it was going in a completely different direction.
Bringing in
Yeah.
If he tilted his head just a little, it leaned in.
And ransacked the house from top to bottom. Warner was not placed under arrest, but his every move was watched.
At night, except for a detective on guard.
Is
in
her
the
secretary
house,
named
the
Siri?
police and the reporters left us alone. And on one of those
She's
nights,
thinking about her husband in
without
jail.
telling Lizzie or anyone else, I pursued a secret investigation of my own.
Agnes Moorehead in the 90. Agnes Moorehead in the 90.
Calm down, John.
It was in an
I live for what I live
floor
for.
where we kept our trunks and other
This look is very Catherine from Wuthering Heights.
Oh. I really think that Agnes Moorehead was like, I don't want to do the movie. And they're like, well, you don't have to wear a bra through most of it. And she's like, oh, all right. Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Do I get to keep all of my wigs?
I get to wear an improbable Brunhilde braid. How can you not love Agnes? I don't understand people who don't think she's the greatest.
She's amazing.
He's braver than me. I don't tend to shove my arms in mystery holes.
No. Certainly not without being invited.
Well, the flashlight.
Yeah, the flashlight was looking around, but she wasn't.
Oh, God. Oh. So in the middle of the night, he goes up and bashes a hole in a random wall. I'd expect the bat to have better planning, says Diana. Yeah. Nobody's using flashlights.
No.
Oh, God.
I mean, the light is on.
Right. So it's superfluous.
Turn the light on, get your flashlight. I'm the bat, man. And that's Joe Townsend's joke.
And how clever it was, too. Aha!
Put them up, bat.
Bright idea to kill me in my own lab and let people think that I'm the bat.
Put them up, Pris. There you
Kill
go.
me first.
Go over that window that has the bat in it.
Clever as
You
you are,
getting
you're not
caught
smart
on
enough
things.
to do
Okay.
that.
There we go.
Nor were you smart enough to find the money, though you came quite close to it. But I know where it is. And when you're dead with that sign pinned on your chest, I'm going to collect it and live happily ever after.
Well, Bat,
He destroyed himself.
You'll never get out of this
That will be. Well, goodbye, Bat. Here's a serum that will heal you whether you're rabid or not.
Oh, no, he's killing Vincent Price, stuntman.
Oh,
I love not choreographed, just like brutal fighting.
Oh!
Oh, that was a good face. That was a good face.
Vincent Price gives good face. What can we say? Okay. So
All right, I got my
people are gonna
hat.
believe that he shot himself in the chest. Okay.
Perfect.
It's Johnny Brooke. T-Barone's with us. T-Barone, you're going to love this. The villain is the Bat, and he has razor-sharp claws on the end of his glove. What does that make you think of? That's right, Freddy Krueger.
to be honest.
I love all the secret passageways.
Oh, yeah. It is this sort of mystery that really did inspire a lot of Scooby-Doo, though. I mean, you guys are making great jokes, but it's true. One Mike, one Shadow in the background. Am I the only one who saw that? Either that
Still
or it's
there.
the Bat's long or something.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Something is amiss.
And listen,
That woman isn't yelling at me right now to do something.
Lizzie's quite a fox.
Cornelia.
It's the shadow of the swinging light bulb. As that room is lit so well that the light bulb is casting a shadow.
Yes.
Time on night.
Now, it's not just me, right? The woman playing Lizzie looks a lot like Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
She's only getting up now. Did she sleep through Darlin's death?
Well, she's on half an Ambien, so
Oh, she better make sure her Amazon card is empty.
yeah. Take the car keys away from her too.
Davenport. Mr. Davenport.
Mr. Davenport.
A fine thing. The door unbolted, the chain off, and you asleep on the job.
What are you to talk?
Here's about this. John, wake up. What's the matter with you?
I don't know. My head hurts. My whole body's numb.
Here, take a sip of this.
And
try to snap out of it. I'll be back in a minute.
that's probably what he was drinking that made his head hurt and his whole body numb.
Yeah. Have some more Mickey.
Right.
Okay, whose house is this now? Oh, all right.
Hurry, will you? It's Lizzie.
The house.
I'm terribly worried. I can't find Miss Cornelia anywhere, and something's happened to the policeman. I don't know what. Get Warner. Bring him to the drawing room. Tell him we need him.
Okay, so this woman that we just saw.
Yeah, I'll be all right in a minute.
Right.
She had her hair in
Took a drink of wine
curlers
from that decanter there.
5 minutes
Warren
ago.
told me to help myself.
Now she's taken it out and she brushed it again.
Somebody who
Like,
knew I
what's
was on
going
duty
on
here.
with that
It
actress?
was somebody that got Miss Van Gorder. I can't find her anywhere. Upstairs, downstairs, or in the basement. I told the housekeeper to get Warner.
Lieutenant Anderson will want to know about this. Hello. Yeah, this is Davenport at the Oaks. We've got trouble here. Well, for one thing, I was drugged. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I must have
That's
been
a
knocked
tip.
out because a maid tells me Miss Van Gorder is missing. You better call Anderson and let him know. He's not at home. Well, where is he? Not on a case. What case? Dr. Wells. What else did they tell you about it?
Oh, hurry, will you? We've got to find Miss Cornelia.
Okay.
How long
Lieutenant
has she
Anderson
been
is out on a
gone?
case.
Because she's acting
Dr.
like
Wells was found dead in a room next to his garage.
it's been days.
I don't know. Remember that one time I had that shirt on that was too small and I started having a panic attack?
Yeah, I remember that.
There's no sign of him anywhere.
And I was supposed to keep an eye on that guy.
Where's
Did
Miss
that
Cornelia?
feel
That's
like-
what I
Yeah,
want to know.
that's what I kind of felt like
Exaggerated
that.
amount of
Like,
time,
Chain
yeah.
and the bolt were off of the front door.
I certainly did.
Well, maybe Miss Van Gorder went outside.
Oh, she never was.
I was like, cut it off,
We
me,
better
cut it off.
I can't breathe. There's nowhere else.
I know she's in great distress with that off the shoulder look.
I'm
She's
digging
just
it.
having an anxiety attack.
Miss Cornelia.
Oh, Miss Van
Miss
Gorder.
Cornelia. Miss Cornelia.
Miss Van Gorder.
Look. There's a light in that room on the 3rd floor.
Oh, that's clever.
Were you up there tonight?
Well, of course I was, but I turned the lights out before I came downstairs.
I
Miss
remember
Cornelia,
distinctly
that
right
turn
before
on
I
again.
was drugged.
That's where we're going to look first. Come on.
I know exactly what that's like.
Oh, yeah. Now that's a panic attack. I've had those.
Just keep following the symphonic music.
Cornelia. Miss Cornelia.
Oh yes, check in the tiny hole and see if she's in the tiny hole.
Here we are, Miss Van Gorder. What do we do now?
Over the mantel, there are 5 panels. Strike it with your hand.
5 panels. Strike it.
Just punch it.
What did you say, Miss Van Gorder?
Oh, I can't.
Oh, no.
We'll try them all.
Van Gorder.
Right?
She said strike it. What difference does it make which panel?
The men are useless in
Yeah,
this.
yeah. Just playing whack-a-mole.
Puts a candle back.
It's all right now. It's all right, dear. Lizzie's here.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Not just Lizzie.
Feeling better?
Yes, much better.
We'll take you to your
Oh, no, you won't. I'm going to stay right here. I'm quite all right. Oh,
I know how that feels as well.
No one knows how sweet the air can taste until someone shuts it off for a moment. That room is just like a box. When the mantelpiece closed, it seemed like all the air was drawn out of it. Look, there it goes again.
Let it close. I can open it from in here.
Oh, show off.
There's a control panel behind this blueprint.
Ooh, a blueprint.
Electric motor under the trap door here. Once the door is open, you can keep it that way. I believe that the fireplace in this other room opens the same way.
Yeah.
And it does.
And it does.
I tried to find this, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's back at this blueprint here. Yeah, it's quite a setup. Too bad we can't open that safe in the same way. Take an expert to crack this box or a shot of nitro.
Oh, maybe
Too
that's
bad
what
you
the
already
bat had
drank
in
that
mind.
shot of nitro.
Seems he's on the prowl tonight.
And Warner has disappeared.
And Dr. Wells has been murdered.
Dr. Wells?
Lieutenant Anderson's on that case right now.
Nobody cares about poor Julie.
They got word to him. He'll be here any minute.
Flex in the old pub.
What's sudden fire?
Now what's on fire?
What if this ended up being Adam West? Because he's got the Adam West turn.
It's possible.
This aid, put that light out in the other room. Now, where
To report the fire.
Well, you just stay right here. We can go to the garage. Well, let it burn. You watch the stair. Can't you see that fire was set to get us out of the house?
Out of the house? Were you talking about the...
Yes, I'm talking about the bat. Now that the lights are out, he'll think his trick has worked, and we've gone. He'll be here any minute.
So will Lieutenant Anderson.
I hope so, but the bat will be here first. And he'll kill again if we're in his way. We've got to be as clever as he is.
Yes.
How did you my
Where is that house that's on fire?
Is it like the neighbor's
It's
house?
the garage.
Oh, with the Etzel in it?
Different garage, I think.
Not gonna lie, I lost a little bit of interest now that Vincent Price is gone.
Or is he?
We're gonna hide the channel again.
Oh, it's that
nice
was
thing.
just some lazy writing.
Well, they're getting near the end, so it's time to get real sloppy trying to put all the threads together.
They're like you.
There's more bats. Yep.
Just being reminded of me
Yep.
for no reason. Well, I mean, now the bat won't know.
Downstairs. I'll take care of him.
Well, the others can go, but
Plus, their Airbnb contract is really, really intense.
Oh, come on. You don't want to surprise the bat.
Thought he was too.
Man, he's a bad shot.
Yeah.
You
We
had
had
the
a
element of
clear open
surprise.
view.
Let's face it, ladies, and get it over with.
Uh-oh.
Others have seen my face before they died, but I'll have to deny you that pleasure.
Absolutely.
Good scene for your book, Miss Van Gorder, but I'm afraid you'll never write it.
Uh-oh. Bat.
Where's the other bat?
That is Warner. I could tell.
No, I'm one.
Judge me, Miss Ellen.
Warner.
I don't like being a murder suspect, Miss Van Gorder. I was headed for a plane, but halfway to the airport, I changed my mind and came back. I'm glad that I did.
I could help you in the most creepy way possible. And now I think you'll find that the bat is...
I think we all kind of.
Anyone
That's
surprised?
All cops are bats.
Yep.
Yes. He discovered the secret of the hidden room and was waiting to get into it.
Thank you for bringing it home for us, Sony.
We found the money in it. A little over $1 million in tens and twenties and hundreds. Good old
The final
Andy.
scene exposition.
With all his ill-gotten gains invested in bank stock. It's rather a clever way to hide stolen money. In the open, as it were. And so respectable. But don't try it. No matter how clever you are. You
The fourth
can't
wall being
hide
broken.
murder.
Oh, yeah. Stretch the kitty.
That's it, Dale. That's the end.
Oh! Just like that.
And then everybody comes out for curtain call.
Oh, goodness.
Oh.
That was delicious.
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be a fun shadow cast.
I have to say, I like that movie.
It's fun.
Any strong yeses or nos from anybody? Any strong emotions from this experience?
No, I love these kinds of movies because the environment is another character.
The house, yeah.
So I love these kinds of films.
What was our tally?
Oh, what was our bat count? 34 bats.
Oh my.
That are spoken, not just visuals.
So this is an 80-minute movie. 34 bats in 80 minutes. That's not a lot.
No,
Yeah.
I expected more actually. But
did I remember to put this one up from Diana? It does not bode well if you have to literally tell the audience that it's the end.
Hey, they did it in Psycho.
I mean, honestly, it's a tradition, and I'm glad they did that. So
I do love the direct to camera admonishment of, oh, you think murder is an easy solution, do you?
There was that element in I mean, it's in The Shadow, it's in all kinds of crime stories where they're basically saying, we're telling you about this lurid crime so you won't do it.
Yeah.
Even though
Just so you
we're
know.
very expressly and in a excruciating detail telling you how to do it and get away with it.
So, I didn't do it, but if I did, this is how I do
Yes,
it.
it's very OJ if I did it.
I still don't understand. Okay, so he's got the ill-gotten gains of being the bat, and the lieutenant then invests in the bank with it, and so he's hiding the money in plain sight.
I don't know. When I first watched this movie, I was convinced that someone had taken the money out, put it into their dead father's casket, and then was using that as like their repository.
And that's what the guy who stole all the bonds said to Vincent Price. And then Vincent Price said, well, you're lying. And it was never said again.
No.
I do love T-Brown's question. So these were PSAs?
Yes. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? And even though we made murder look easy, don't do it.
The thing about other versions of this story is that they build up what the bat has done previously, that he has been this specter who was never caught, but they kind of get right into it in the movie, which I guess you would do, just get into it ASAP, but it doesn't build the bat up as much as the original story does, which is basically the Bat has committed crimes all over the world, but now it seems like he's in this area.
Right, because in the movie, it's since we're all starting from zero without previous knowledge of the Bat.
Right.
We don't have that. And the person that they cast to be the Bat is maybe not as limber or lithe as you would expect for someone who is essentially a cat burglar / murderer.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But good on them.
He seems
Let's
more like
take their fish oil.
Is he more of a Batman villain? I'm not trying to tie Bat to Bat here. Or is he more like a Spider-Man villain? Like, he's a very odd kind of a villain.
I would say he'd be more Batman than Spider-Man villain.
Although I guess the superhero in this is Agnes Moorehead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really Lizzie if you think about it.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it.
Like
Yeah.
Stevie said, Golden Age Batman. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
all right, Darla. Since nobody else cared.
That's like, okay, of all the people that were killed, the only woman who's killed is Darla. Is that very
Nobody cared. Not even the person that was sharing a bed with her. She's like, oh, it's fine.
Well,
she's going to dump her anyway.
Yeah.
Love and leave him. I do feel like I do feel like the trick was that everyone was angry that this innocent child, Darla, had been killed, and that was enough. And then everybody's like, good, I got it out of my system.
Yeah. Well, those gutters got to clean themselves.
Okay, I'm going to go around to each one of you, including everybody in the comments. Oh, I do want to read this from Brody. I think this movie could have benefited from an apocalypse now beginning with the burning of the house over a close-up of Agnes Moorehead's face, upside down with the doors, "This is the end" wafted through it. I wouldn't be mad at that.
I mean, editing software is pretty easy to get. If you want to make that a reality, you can do your own cut. I know there's like 9 different cuts of Blade Runner, so go for it.
Let's go through our guests out of a possible 5 stars, 5 being excellent. Oni, how many stars?
I would say 4.
4 out of 5. That's pretty good. Pris, how many stars out of 5?
I'm gonna go 4.5 because I do love I mean, just having Vincent Price and Agnes Moorehead, like just right there is a solid 4.
Yeah.
And then additionally, I do really love an incompetent criminal. And I do really love a theatrical staging of a film.
Yes. Yeah. I like that as well.
This is a nice, like, I have a tiny bit of an upset stomach, lay down on the couch with some saltines and some Schweppes kind of afternoon.
Okay, everybody in the comments, how many out of 5 stars? T Barone says 5 out of 5 with you all providing commentary. Otherwise 3 out of 5. I'm gonna jump Joe. I'm gonna say this is obviously for me a 5 out of 5. I love everything that's wrong with it. I love everything that it does terribly. I love everything it does well.
It's charming.
It is very charming. Brody's is 4 out of 5 on this one. I can't help but wonder how it was received at the time. I can tell you, it was not received well at all. People did not like this movie. As a matter of fact, Leonard Maltin, out of 5 stars, gave it 2.5. Stevie says 2, maybe 2.5 as a film, 3.5 for the camp factor, which I don't think is a small thing. I really
No.
Small thing. Joe Townsell of joetownsell.com, fantastic writer of mysteries and science fiction and horror. How do you rate The Bat from 1959, starring Vincent Price and Agnes Moorehead?
I'm going to give it a 3.782. No, I'll give it a solid 4. It's along with Oni. It's got a great cam factor. It's a great. I think it's a really nice, great product of its time. Sets the mood, follows through. Took a point off for the little exposition at the end from Agnes. I didn't think we needed that, but but atmospheric and fun. What more can you ask for? You know.
So we realized that of us, Joe is our Agnes Moorehead.
Oh.
Well,
here you go, John, off the shoulder for you.
Off the shoulder moment.
See, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Look at that face, that gorgeous face. That just, yes, absolutely.
I just realized I'm crossing my arms like Oni and PRIS.
Oh, you are. It makes Oni and PRIS look like they totally intended to do that, which they would have. Well, I just wanted to make sure that we covered all that. While we reminded you about this.
JoeTownsell.com. JoeTownsell.com. Yeah, JoeTownsell.com.
Heard of it, JoeTownsell.com.
JoeTownsell.com. The wolf outside is whispering. JoeTownsell.com. The spirit sways from tree to throat. If what you like is fear frightened, Joe's a good guy to know.
Joe's a good guy to know. I knew that.
They get you in the eye.
No, I love PRIS's bat flap forward seamless emotion. Perfect touch.
So many great reasons to visit JoeTownsell.com. Be sure you do that. And let's talk about next week. Thank you so much for being with us this week, Oni and PRIS. Next week, our friend Mike Sauter will return to be on Retro Rangers. And Mike Sauter is the first person who ever explained to me what the rural purge was. And I've got excellent news. I believe we're going to be able to watch quite a bit of these shows because for some reason, YouTube does not have a problem with putting up episodes of Beverly Hillbillies, Gomer Pyle, so many of these shows. I'm hoping we'll get to watch Hee Haw because I haven't gotten that one cleared yet, but quite a few of these shows we can watch. So that'll be fun.
I've never even heard of Hooterville or Cornfield County.
Well, may I explain?
Please.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. Yeah.
No, Hooterville is where Green Acres took place.
Oh, okay.
And Cornfield County is where Hee Haw took place.
Oh,
thank you.
I forgot about that. Wow. Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good that we'll actually be able to see quite a few of these shows that go with this this particular theme, and it is part of TV history. I mean, one of the funniest things that I found as I was doing the research on this was how many other YouTubers have already covered it, but they won't cover it the way we do. So, so it'll be super duper fun. What is this? They're basically worthless at this point. The audience that supported the reruns and syndication are not around much these days. Okay, so Stevie, so what you're telling me is some of my favorite shows from when I was a child don't have so many viewers because most people my age are dead.
Yeah, we're dying off, John.
I'm not saying Stevie's wrong. I think she's absolutely right, to tell you the truth.
Oh, interesting.
Is that real? The sneeze from the Green Acres theme is used as percussion?
I
wouldn't doubt it.
I don't know. I mean, I would play it on the air, but then I'd get us thrown. So we
Yeah. Let's not do that then.
But
interesting. I love trivia.
Yeah. Shows for the adults in your life. Well, that's true. That is true. All right, my friends, all my darlings. That does it for this week. Oni and Pris, where can people find your podcast and tell them about your podcast?
Okay, well, I've been bad, and I'll take the blame for it because I've been so busy lately. But our podcast is called Have You Seen My Childhood? And it's me sharing a lot of my 80s and 90s childhood television and movies with Pris, who did not get to watch those because her parents were strict.
No, I was raised on a healthy diet of Sesame Street and World War II documentaries.
What a perfect mix.
You could also see us next Saturday at Rising Star Entertainment in Anaheim. We will be wrestling out there.
Oh, that's a new spot for y'all, right? Have you done that show before? Oh, good. Good.
It's a debut for us.
Yeah.
Stevie is asking, was it purposely named after the Michael Jackson song?
Yes. Yeah, we named it that because it became a reoccurring joke whenever I tried to explain something that was enjoyable to Pris and she didn't know from a reference. I would just go, "Have you seen my childhood?"
Because, trauma plus time equals comedy.
Yeah.
You can find us on Instagram at SB-80 space. What do you call that thing?
That would be an underscore, John.
Underscore com. It is easily the worst name that anybody has used. The worst handle on Instagram. Instagram confounds me nonstop. Instagram is never something that I could ever do. And while we're at it, if Brody's still with us, check out NLE Academy. That's Next Level Editing Academy.com. NLEacademy.com gets you to Diana's website. You can learn how to edit like a pro. Also, our friend Amoral Crackpot. Look for her on Instagram. She's fantastic. Love what she posts. Has anybody else got anything they want to promote?
What else are we doing? This month has been so busy for us. We're kind of mentally still trying to play catch up. Is there anything else that's going on?
I think, yeah, that's ties up is Rising Stars tying up the month for us. And that's
Putting a little button on it.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, John, how about a mention of Leslie's show she's currently appearing in?
Oh, yes. Brody is asking Amoral Crackpot how to find Stevie, asking Stevie how to find her different accounts at Amoral Crackpot, all one word across all outlets. My beautiful wife, Leslie, is in a show right now at the Santa Paula Theater. And I actually heard her earlier. So she's home from doing the matinee. But it's called Women in Jeopardy, and she's one of the three leads, and she is, of course, incredibly funny. I have not seen it yet, and it's, I don't know, is this a bad husband thing, do you think? Is this a bad partner thing? I don't like seeing any play on its first weekend, because that's usually the worst.
Well, they got to get stuff out of the system. Smooth all the bumps out.
That's understanding.
Yeah.
That's a performer to performer understanding.
And I don't like to put too much pressure on that first weekend either, especially because you can do so much better in your later weekends. Anyway, She doesn't mind.
No, that's not at all. When does it run?
It runs for 5 weeks. So it opened this week, and it'll run till mid-July. And Stevie is making a joke that Women in Jeopardy is a play about Alex Trebek. It is not. And
that also could have been a good alternate title for this afternoon's movie.
Oh my God. And we had so many like unexpected kerfuffles with today's show. I am so happy that everybody stuck with us through the late start, through the echoing audio, through all the things that went wrong. You and I are going to have a talk. This microphone. I am so mad. All right, my darlings. We just love doing shows for you. Thank you for joining us.
No, thank you for inviting us. This is always something really, really fun for us to do, and it's also a small way that we can visit with you both. So, no, thank you for having us.
And folks, you gotta. Sorry, I wanted to get all these nice. Okay, everybody was so nice. All right, we gotta get out of here. You know what that means?
I'm gonna fly away.
Bye, everybody.
Pack your popcorn or TV. Captain John Commander, you got something to see. Go back in time to the golden past.
Love that rocket.
With the Retro Ranger, oh, it's such a blast. We're flying high.
My Odie, my Chris, my Brody, my Stevie,
and don't be a stranger, ranger. Strap yourself in for a fun-filled flight. Retro Rangers are flying tonight.